Hey guys and girls, this is Phoenix Tremaine and I'm going to do my quick review of Ant-Man. This is my birthday week. My birthday's in 3 days. And I wanted to do something, see something, and I decided to see Ant-Man. But first, before I give my review, please like, subscribe, share this video, share my other videos. I do the Have and Have Nots, Hollywood Divas. I'm starting to do the music reviews. And just, now I'm doing Ant-Man. And I'm just really getting back into the review circuit. I did reviews a few years back. And now, here I am again. So, I'm going to see if I can make this Ant-Man review short. Because I've done this 3 times already. And my videos are long as shit because I'm long-winded. And I'm not even fucking. So here's my review of Ant-Man. And if you see me leaning in, damn, it looks like I'm doing something nasty. But if you see me leaning in, I'm just trying to look on my video monitor and see how many minutes in I'm into the video. So to start it off, I'm just going to say Ant-Man was a good movie. I recommend it. If you like superhero type movies, see it in the theater. If superhero movies aren't really your cup of tea, or you may want to wait for the video, but if you got kids, you probably want to take them to see Ant-Man. They try to make it a feel-good movie. It's going to be hit or miss, but with the special effects, these are special effects you probably want to see on the big screen, because they did a really good job. I haven't seen shrinking special effects like this as good since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, the basics of the movie is Hank Pym, played by Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, back in the 80s was Ant-Man, and he pretty much helped the government, stop some baddies, some missiles and shit like that. And when his wife died, his wife was, well, she's not dead, or she is dead. You'll see. When something happens to the Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, who is seen in the film in flashbacks, but you never see her face because they don't have an actress, playing her yet. But, you see something happen to her, and so he decides he doesn't want to be Ant-Man anymore. And compounded to that, he now has some health issues due to using the Ant-Man formula, and he can't actually do it if he wanted to. So now there's people who want the suit. Iron Man's father wanted the suit, Howard Stark. He wanted the formula. These other people wanted the formula because they wanted to create super soldiers. Sound familiar? Captain America? And, but he kept the formula a secret and, buried it. His daughter, played by Evangeline Lilly, who plays Hope, finds out that her kind of sort of boyfriend, Darren Cross, who's his protege, is creating a formula of his own similar to the Ant-Man formula, and he's going to use it to create these super soldier war suits, which Hank knows that. Could you imagine, thousands of tiny soldiers? It could be fucking a mess if the wrong people got into it. America can get invaded. You can't stop them. It would be crazy. So he decides that he needs someone, since he can't do it himself and he doesn't want his daughter to do it, that he needs to find someone who can steal the suit and, put it into this whole Yellow Jacket program. So he finds Scott Lang, who's this famous cat burglar who's sort of like Robin Hood, did bad things for good reasons to help people. And he just got out of jail, and he's trying to straighten his life out for his daughter, and he refuses to do any kind of heist or anything, even though his buddies, are looking for the next big, way to get some money, the next big heist. And he says no until he goes to visit his daughter, and his ex and her new boyfriend, who's a cop, doesn't want him anywhere around. She's like, you gotta get a job, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. He had a job at Baskin Robbins. They found out that he had a record, and then they fired him. So he's desperate. So he falls back to crime and decides to rob someone who turns out to be Hank Pym. You know, who honestly, based on storyline reasons, just testing him to see what he can do. You know, then he ends up hiring him to be the new Ant-Man, and he's like, you know, you steal the suit, you know, you steal what he needs, and what he'll do is he will help him with his daughter, and he'll live happily ever after again. And that's basically what the movie's about. And I'm gonna give some spoilery, you know, details. If you don't like being spoiled, you know, you may want to, you know, or something like that. But I'm going to go into a little bit of details about some of the actors and the characters. I'm still going to try and keep this short. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang was boring. He didn't do a bad job. He was just okay. You know, like Robert Downey Jr. that played Iron Man, spot on, jokes, everything. You know, he was that character. You know, the guy playing Captain America, Thor, they all get their characters just right. Even Michael Douglas played Hank Pym right. I was afraid about Michael Douglas playing Hank Pym because he's so old. He can't really do the things that the character really needs to do. There shouldn't be a Scott Lang. It really should be Hank Pym's movie. But Michael Douglas was one of the highlights of the film. So was Evangeline Lilly as Hope, Hank Pym's daughter. She kicked ass. You know, she could control hands better than both of them. You know, you knew that she was ready to be a hero. They really built that up in the film. The little romance between Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd was, it was just shoved in there. You know, like fisting. He just shoved in there. And they didn't do any scenes leading up to them having any kind of romantic implications. But it's there at the very end. You know, Corey Stoll is Darren Cross, who becomes Yellow Jacket. He didn't have a lot to do. I felt sorry for the actor. He didn't have a lot to do. The writing wasn't enough to make him a great villain. He wasn't over the top, you know, which can be bad, you know, but he needed more oomph. You know, and I could see in the actor's eyes, he really wanted to get this character right. But you can only do so much with some writing. Michael Pena as Luis. Normally his role would have went to a black guy, the wisecracking street guy. This is that tailor-made for somebody like Eddie Murphy when he was younger, Chris Tucker, you know, Chris Rock, any of them. We've all seen him play this character. You know, Michael Pena is playing that character. Bobby Carnival, who played Paxton, you know, didn't need to be in this movie. This movie was 2 hours. It was really, really, really long. It was a little over 2 hours, and I hated every minute of it. There's 20 minutes worth of trailers that you have to suffer through before you even get to the movie. And then the movie kind of drags on because it's so long. And you're dealing with characters you don't need to. So Wood Harris playing his black partner. He didn't have any lines. Did he have any lines? I don't know. He just kept having that buck in the eyes humor. David, whatever his last name is, who played Kurt, and T.I., who played Dave. They were there in the film, but you know they didn't really have anything to do. T.I. had one good line that made people laugh. The movie cracked jokes from beginning to end, but 95% of the jokes fell flat. T.I. had one of the few jokes that people laughed at in the theater. Abby, who played the little girl, she played the role perfectly. She's also in The Whispers. And, you know, Stanley had his, and Judy Greer, who played Maggie, they all, you know, she didn't do nothing. But the last thing is Anthony Anthony Mackie as the Falcon was the only Avenger that made it to the film, and a lot of black folks is gonna be mad that Falcon got his ass beat by Ant-Man. Falcon got his ass beat by Ant-Man. Let me just say that again. You know, Falcon has never really taken off as a character in the movies because he got his wings ripped off in Captain America, and I don't think he really did much in Age of Ultron. I think he just had a cameo, and now he gets his ass beat by Ant-Man. Black folks ain't gonna like this. I didn't like this, and I'm a black folk. Other than that, there's two ending mid credit sequence where Evangeline Lilly gets told that she'll be the new Wasp, and they show her suit. And then at the end, Captain America, the Falcon, have Winter Soldier captured, and they need somebody for some reason. They're very cryptic about it. And Anthony Mackie says he knows a guy. So that hints that he is looking. And at the end of the Ant-Man movie, Anthony Mackie is actually looking for Ant-Man. So, and then it says, you know, Ant-Man will be back. So this will tie him into whatever the Avengers are going to do next in Civil War. And that's it. You know, my review is 11 minutes long. I tried this spoke in a 5-minute review. But, what can I say? I'm long-winded. You know, even when I'm fucking, I'm long-winded. So, I tried. But, this is shorter than a lot of my other shit. You know, even my Sierra dancing like we're making love reviews, like 17 minutes. So, you know, 11 minutes is good for me, actually. It's almost 12 minutes now. So, what I'm going to do, hopefully you are interested in seeing my stuff too. So I'm going to put a clip of one of my shows at the end of this video. If you like it, go to my website, watch the whole thing. I'll put some links down there so you can click on them. And just remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And hopefully I'll be seeing you in my next review, which will probably be the Have and Have Nots. What would you do if your partner wanted to do something freakier than you were used to? Would you just consent?
No, what would be your limit? Let's ask that question.
Yeah, you
bend over, let me stick it in, let's go.
No,
Shit.
and then
Get on your
I
knees.
feel like sex should not
Get
be
on
like,
your knees. Here, put the coat on the
in
floor.
the alley. Not being, it shouldn't be in public. It should.
No, I like
I'm not the type of person. I'm a wild person going in the chorus, so I.
You should have been in this conversation, sir.
It's a couple. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You forced me over there.
You could have been, you over there going through the
Backseat
motions.
driver.
We can swap them right now, right quick, right, can we? Come on, cause you want to say something.
All right.
Come on, yeah, swap them out. Go ahead, man.
I feel some type of way about that.
Sex party?
Sex party.
So what are you bursting from the scenes?
For real?
To
All right,
say?
for one, so much. So much. I'm into kink. I'm part of the leather community. So I'm with that whole tie me up, tie me down, whip me, spank me, master, slave type of shit. So to me, that does nothing for me. It does not affect me whatsoever. If I met somebody like, hey, I want to go back, we can go back in my hotel room, my house, you know, let me tie you down, please you, let me take control. That's an erotic thing there, to allow somebody to control you.
Somebody that you don't know?
You never know.
Someone you just met.
It's, okay, you gotta look at it from this way.